It's time to rock. A very powerful Lost 45 by Rick Springfield at number 29. Souls. Remember, anybody remember Souls? Fantasy playlist November 20th, 1983 at number 29. Up 9 from number 38 previous week on my fantasy playlist. I'm going to read you something. I'm going to read you a YouTube comment because it's soapbox time. That's all there is to it. Here's a YouTube comment, quote unquote. I won't mention the person's moniker or person's name, but here's the quote, part of it. I'm so pissed, quote, I'm so pissed that the media labeled Rick Springfield as a one-hit wonder. Jesse's Girl. That was a great song, but he is not a one-hit wonder. This song, among his many great songs, is the case in point. He's talking about the song Souls. It's underneath the video that I'll put the link to, Souls. And he is so right. Here's the thing. Jesse's Girl was his overwhelming monster hit, but it's overshadowed so many of his other contributions. How about the song "I've Done Everything for You," the runner-up to Jesse's Girl? That was a top 10. That rocked. I've done everything for you. That blistering guitar, almost bordering on heavy metal song that was done by Sammy Hagar, written by Sammy Hagar, and Love is, oh man, Love is All Right Tonight. Anybody remember that? Love is All Right Tonight, winter of 81 and 82. I remember I was in my car, 1970 Chevy. I cranked the radio up so loud when the song was being played on the radio, the speaker blew out. The radio blew out on me. Love is All Right Tonight. But I get excited. Remember, I get excited. 1982. What kind of fool I am? What kind of fool I am? And there may be a few souls out there that might remember the song Bruce. Remember the song Bruce in 1984 because people were confusing Rick Springfield with Bruce Springsteen. Well, let's get to the song Souls. Actually, there's only a couple of other things I want to mention about this record. Well, actually, about this album. The album is Wizard of Oz. I believe is it Wizard of Oz? Did I get that right? Folks, bear with me. I don't know if I got that right or not. Wizard of Oz, I think it might just be oh my goodness. Let me bring this up real quick. I'm making a fool of myself, but well, who cares? Let me just bring up Rick Springfield's discography. There's a couple of things I want to mention about this album. Um, let's see. But bear with me, folks. My goodness. I'm gonna lose listeners doing this. My goodness, I can't believe it. I just want to make sure I got the name of the album right. I don't want somebody getting pissed off at me and say, dude, you got the name of the album wrong. Oh, by the way, Rick Springfield's first hit record, anybody remember Speak to the Sky? 1972. Rick Springfield, he was 23 at that time. Well, I'm trying to find the name of that album. I'm pretty sure it was Living in Oz. My good. I don't know why I put Wizard. It's Living in Oz. My bad. Living in Oz. Okay. The album is Living in Oz. The first Living in Oz. The first second. I mean the first. I'm getting tripped up all over myself. Gotta take a deep breath. First single, Affair of the Heart, went to number 9 on Billboard's Hot 100 1983. Now and then there's Human Touch, came after that in the summer of 83, went top 20 here in the States. Now, speaking of one-hit wonder, Rick Springfield was a one-hit wonder in England. Jesse's Girl was a smash all over the world. But, well, I'll get into Jesse's Girl in just a minute. Human Touch was Rick Springfield's his only top 40 hit in England. Went to number 23 on the British singles charts, 1983. They got around to Jesse's Girl in 1984. It was put out as a single in England in 1984, Jesse's Girl. And guess how high it got in England? 43. Jesse's Girl did not make top 40 in England. My goodness, can you believe that? Another tidbit about the album Living in Oz. Guess who sang? One the backup singers on this album? Richard Page. Richard Page, who later became bass player, lead singer of Mr. Mister, one of the backup singers on this album. Living in Oz. Not Wizard of Oz. I wrote down Wizard of Oz. It was Living in Oz. All right. Souls by Rick Springfield making its, well, not debuting, but it's moving on up. Debuted at 38 the week before, up to number 29 on my fantasy playlist November 20th, 1983.